Hello VC, Tony here. Tony's LPs Are Us. Thanks for stopping in. As you know, I had a defective Anthology 4 come to me, I guess a couple days after it was released. What happened was the seams were split. This whole area here was all carved up. So I got a replacement, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up only to show you what I do with my shrink. I saved the shrink. It's my whole lifelong quest to save the shrink. I have albums that are 50, 60 years old. Some I bought that are maybe 65 years old that still have shrink with a hype sticker such as this. So since this is a trifold, we can't just slit it and keep it on that way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slip this off, and then I'll retain it by putting it on one of the inner sleeves, so it's always there for future generations. Here's the hype sticker, Volume 4. I have reviewed Volume 4. I'll put that maybe on the end screen after this video. This won't be long. So I hope everyone's doing well. And don't forget to subscribe if you can. Really appreciate it. And what I've done is I've very carefully slit the shrink opening here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide it down. And the shrink is not as stiff as old shrink used to be. This is more pliable, so you're able to, just ease it down. And you do is, hopefully it won't rip. I really cringe when I see folks just open up the shrink on these VC channels. But then some other folks told me they cringe when they see me gently pull the shrink off to save it, if I may. So you can see there it's starting to jumble up. So if you do it carefully, it comes right off. And this is really cool because you have a hype sticker on it. If it doesn't have a hype sticker on it and it's a gatefold, then of course there's no consequence to save it. This was a little tighter because it is a trifold. On a gatefold, it usually comes off pretty easily. You can see how that bunches up. And when you cut the opening here, just be careful not to damage your inner. Use a knife or a pocket knife. And there you have that. This is completely intact. Actually, you could slip this back on the record. I've done that in the past on some gatefolds. I open them, then I seal them back up, and then you put a plastic sleeve over the outside shrink. And there it is, intact. Pretty cool. Even has the Made in Germany sticker on the back, which is cool. There's the hype. I'll show you the inside of this great album. This is in pretty good condition. It was actually boxed poorly, but for some reason it came unscathed. And I think the seam split here may have been just done because it was kind of packed tightly. It was bound very tightly. So it may have not been done in transit, but we don't know. Here is the trifold. Beautifully done with liner notes, photos of the boys. And I'll just show you the records. These are in poly sleeves, so you don't need to replace them right away if you want to put in like a MoFi type sleeve. But there's the great pressing. Let me just check these out. This is side 2, side 1. I've gotten Beatle box sets where the records were duplicated. For instance, you get two record ones instead of record 1, 2, and 3. So I always check. That's the question when you hold things. If you're a flipper and you're holding things for a while to flip, you know, chances are there's a problem with that record and you're going to get a return and you're not going to be able to replace it. Here is side 4. Side 5 looks pretty good. And then I'll show you what I do with the actual shrink. Polyline sleeves are great. This is side 3, side 4, side 4. So these are correct. Like I said, I always check because I did have may have been a revolver where there were records that were duplicated, so I had to send that back to get a replacement. Now, what I do with the shrink on some of these cases, and you could do your own thing on this. So I'll get something like this, which is a inner sleeve, and you could fold this shrink and put it inside the jacket, or you could do something like this, which sometimes doesn't always work because these can actually tear. But what I'll do is I'll keep it like that, so you have a copy of the shrink. And here, there's the hype. So all in all, that's basically it. I saved the shrink. It's been a long time, I would say, pet peeve of mine to save the shrink. I don't just pull the shrink off. I think that's totally, well, let me check that. If there's no hype sticker on it and it's a gatefold and you have to take the shrink off, then you just tear the shrink off. But when you have a beautiful hype sticker, and I have hype stickers that are, I'm going to show you one. I have one that's probably from '75. It's a Boston album, and I'll show you what I mean. I also have Eagles with hypes, original Eagles, you know. So, 1 second, right back. What do you think? This hype sticker with the original hype ad and hype with the songs that are on here. This is a original press, an epic, Orange Epic, one of the greatest albums of all time. And you can see the price here, $367 at my record store where I work, the Vogel's Records. $367, marked it down for maybe a $698 list. And you know, this has, it's just, you know, this record is still near mint. If you take care of your records, they'll take care of you. And I have many more like this. Here's one without the hype that I've probably picked up somewhere else, or maybe I bought it and took the shrink off. And this is also an orange. One of the greatest debut albums of all time, started a whole new trend. But this record, I would think probably would really do well with a MoFi. You know, I know it's not a Rhino record because Rhino doesn't own the rights to Columbia, as far as I know. So there again, the hype. I cover this with a plastic, and here is the product that I just showed. The hype on that. So thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. Maybe I'll show you another one. Do you want to see another one or not? But yeah, no big deal. So thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Keep rocking. Please sub and subscribe. Please sub and like. You know, all that good stuff. So thanks a lot. Keep rocking. Talk to you soon.